got me like.
What is up, guys? It's Jimbo here, and welcome back to the second episode, another episode, however you want to pronounce it, of the Brocast. I'm joined here with Brad and Alex.
Wagwan.
Sup, dog?
So, this week, we've kind of got a little bit of a messed up schedule. Well, not a messed up schedule, it's not probably about similar as last week's, but we won't be talking about Civil War until next week, because hopefully the guys will have seen the film. I've already seen it, I saw it midnight on Thursday.
Did you like it? That's the question.
Yes, quick review. Love the film. Don't want to say anything more about it until you guys have watched the film, because it'll kind of spoil a bit too much.
Yeah.
But speaking of, okay, we've already kind of segued straight into it. Is weekly roundup. So what we've been watching movies, what we've watched TV, what we've been playing, and if we've been reading anything like comics or anything like that. So I'll pass over to Brad to start off proceedings.
Well, weekly roundup. I've actually just started to go back on my PS3 again. I'm just playing games. I've been playing Modern Warfare 2 and like kicking the shit out of noobs. Like, yeah.
You mean AI?
Noobs. I've got internet. I've got internet. Noobs.
Yeah, sure. Continue.
Yeah, there was this one person because that was just like constantly just like calling me a spacker, and I'm like,
I love the word spacker because it doesn't actually have a meaning.
So
like, it's a twist between spastic and like kappa or something like that. Like,
I don't even know.
I don't know what the cap comes from, but I know what the spa comes from. Like, spacker doesn't have a meaning. It's just so fun to say.
okay, it's my I
continue.
talking.
Continue.
You get to talking.
Continue, you salty bastard.
Movies? Have you watched any movies wise?
Well,
Because there is obviously.
I did. I have. What was it? Daddy's Home, the new comedy.
Yeah.
I haven't finished watching it. I've got like 10-15 minutes left because I was interrupted. And I have been watching a hell of a lot of Arrow.
Oh yeah.
I'm loving it. I'm in love with it.
What season you on now?
I'm on season 2, episode 5.
I ain't even started watching Arrow. Like, it's one of the ones that I prefer Arrow over Flash, but that's just because I'm more of a Green Arrow, Hawkeye kind of guy.
You should watch it. It is really good and it is really fun. But I've been watching just a lot of Full Metal Alchemist.
Okay.
Like the original series.
The original. Okay.
The original. I'm gonna watch Brotherhood.
That's
next,
on. Brotherhood's on Netflix.
Yeah, I'm watching Full Metal Alchemist, and I'm gonna watch Brotherhood.
I'm on like season 3 of Brotherhood.
Did you watch this week's episode of Flash?
Yes.
Very, very good.
I loved it.
They're doing the Flashpoint storyline. If you ever watched Flashpoint,
that movie.
Yeah.
Where it goes back into the and it's like
he
Bruce Wayne's dad's Batman.
Yeah.
That storyline.
It's not entirely. They're kind of like pulling bits from it.
I can't wait because I've got a theory because like how Flash can get his speed back, because remember in season 1 when he lost it and he got it back like
literally
that.
He's gonna lose. That's the course of the show. I swear he's gonna lose his powers like 5 times. Like 5. He's gonna lose his powers, get him back. Lose his powers, get him back.
That's how we could get them back. But obviously now is the fucking thing. He's gonna make another
particle
accelerator.
Yeah. Very similar to how the Flashpoint storyline is. That, like, not to spoil anything that what's been going on for Alex if he ever gets around to watching it.
I don't mind spoilers. Like, I'll still watch
it's just like
you need to watch it.
The way that they're going to do it, I think it is very much similar to the Flashpoint storyline, where he goes back, loses his powers, and then he has to recreate the accident that he had. But he has to forcefully. So it's not even an accident anymore.
He has to make.
He's forcing him to make it get his powers back.
Yeah.
But yeah, Alex, what have you been up to?
This week I've been playing obviously more Smite. I've been playing Enter the Gungeon, which is a game I got yesterday.
Oh, what's that?
Oh yeah, I know. I think I know that.
It's basically it's like Binding of Isaac.
Like a little, is it like an arcade shooter?
Yeah, pretty much. But it's Binding of Isaac mixed with guns, basically. So instead of like Azazel from Binding of Isaac, where you'd be like, I'm a fire, and just shooting lasers at you, gob. You actually, you've got pistols, machine guns, shotguns. I got a rocket launcher at one point. Still couldn't beat the boss, but ignore that, that's my phone. I got a rocket launcher at one point. But it is very, very fun. They have a cover system and everything. Like obviously, there's the walls where the bullets don't go through, but you can run up to a table and flip the table and use it as cover. If you run up push X, you flip the table. Then there's also exploding barrels. You can kick them, roll them at the enemy, and then shoot the barrel, blows them up. They've got some really weird enemies. Like the enemies themselves are like, you'll have like a pistol bullet, and he'll fire a pistol. You'll have a shotgun shell. He'll have a shotgun in his hand. You'll have ghost bullets, which I later found out are hollow point bullets. And there'll be ghost bullets. They can teleport around the place. They're harder to hit, stuff like that.
Is it like where the boss is? Isn't there an eagle?
Yes. I called him the ripped pigeon. Because he's like Broly kind of mega ripped, but he's got a pigeon head, and he's got a fat ass minigun. It took me 3 tries, but I managed to kill him earlier today. He's solid.
Have you watched anything this week?
Watching stuff. I've been watching Merlin, Once Upon a Time, and Charmed. That's pretty much the only thing I've been watching so far.
Charmed.
Yeah, that old ass TV show. I started watching it again.
Any movies at all?
Huh?
Any movies at all?
Well, the only movie I've watched this week is Real Steel. I've been in more of a TV show.
More TV show binge.
Yeah. There's a lot more to it, isn't there? So
myself, watched the episode of Flash and also the newest episode of Arrow. Went to see Civil War Thursday.
And then it was Friday.
Well, I went to see it at midnight Thursday, going into Friday basically, and then I watched. I've been playing just NBA on the side, and I've just got back playing The Witcher 3 again because I wanted to, I haven't got any of the games to really play. But what I have been preoccupied with the past couple of days is doing my new Overwatch series that I'm going to be bringing out next week.
Have you played Overwatch? Because I haven't seen that.
It's the first episode's coming out today at 6 PM, and then so it'll be before this video, and then the next one. I'm going to try and do daily ones if I can. So before we move on to, I've got movies, gaming, and then the trailers that we were going to look at. We spoke about last week. Because since last week, there was another trailer that was brought out for X-Men.
Yes, I've seen that.
Quick roundup with TV. There's nothing too much to talk about. Have you guys watched Daredevil?
I've personally never been a Daredevil fan, like as a superhero. I've never really liked him.
I still haven't even watched. I've only watched the first episode of the first series. That was like 5 months ago.
Believe me, catch up with it.
Yes,
and also,
they're doing just a little bit of news. They're doing a Punisher spin-off series. They've had a green light for that.
I do like Punisher. It's funny.
Game of Thrones is now back. I'm not really a big fan of Game of Thrones.
Yeah, I'm on season 2.
Game of Thrones, like, it started off really well, and then it just literally devolved into murder, sex, murder, naked people, sex, murder.
Like a lot of people I know really, really enjoy the show, but it's not something
I used to enjoy it, I mean, I haven't seen it since like season 4 came out or something like that, but like. From what I've heard is real. They killed off Jon Snow. They basically stopped.
Like a lot of the things.
No, stop! I'm on
they
season 2.
Stopped Arya from being a good character.
The thing is, though, if you watch
that's not a spoiler. Just Arya stopped being a good character because she used to be godlike.
If you watch the trailers for the newer series, it's the worst thing to do. Like I was watching season 2 of Arrow. Before I finished it, I was middle of the way through season 3, and I watched the trailer for season 4, and I was like,
and there goes everything.
And there was something in the trailer. I was like, oh god damn, that's just spoiled what I needed. Right, but I've kind of the only thing that I'm watching now, trailer wise, that comes out is I watch the promos each week for the new Flash and Arrow episodes because they kind of give you an insight on what's going on because I want to find out what's going on. But yeah, TV's a bit bland this week. So you got the choice, guys. We either go gaming first or we can go movie news.
Ooh.
It's one or the other.
And game.
You want to do gaming? It's
Gaming is a
I think we'll talk about movies a little bit longer.
Yeah,
if we were to like.
We might as well talk about movies first. We was talking about movies in the first place. So we might as well just carry on with the topic. It's up to you. You choose.
Let's just do gaming. I think there's not too much that's happened recently. I've got noted down here. I'm sure you guys have probably seen it. The COD Infinite Warfare thing has been on, and they're doing a remaster of COD 4. It's just such a way to try and get people back.
Which one's COD 4 again?
Modern Warfare
1.
Modern Warfare. Like I call it COD 4 because it's easier to remember. Because I can't even remember what, but it's like COD 8 or COD 9 that it's on at the moment. Or
Black Ops 3 is like COD 10.
Yeah. But I think it's just a little bit of a grab to try and get people back into playing the game. Yeah, even though it's a remaster. Yeah, because I don't really think that the game's going to sustain me, basically.
Yeah, it's like Call of Duty, when it started off, it was like proper warfare, proper actual stuff. And then once they brought in proper online, and they started paying attention to the online, it devolved into faggot, racist word, faggot, noob.
Well, if you're thinking about it that way, that's just the community with a lot of games. But I think you do have a point that I think that the games kind of went away. Like I think Modern Warfare 3 was the last story that was any good within the game. Like because it kind of wrapped out the little mini trilogy. So yeah, I don't know about you, Brad. Do you play Call of Duty or do you?
Oh yeah, I like it, but then I don't really like how they keep on bringing out like new like multiplayer, like flying in Black Ops 3, like flying. What's
flying,
that?
You double jump and run up walls.
Yeah, like
I mean, to be fair,
you're running up walls and
to be
stuff.
fair, it's not Black Ops 3's idea. They literally nicked it from Titanfall. It's the same fucking engine.
Well, no, they took it. They took it from Advanced Warfare.
Advanced Warfare nicked it from Titanfall.
I personally think Advanced Warfare took it from Titanfall, but Titanfall kind of was its own thing, like in that because I don't put Halo and Call of Duty in the same genre.
No, because Halo is sci-fi shooter. Black Ops is sci-fi shooter.
It's trying to be a modern sci-fi shooter, if that makes sense. It's like firing lasers, man.
Firing a hammer at on.
Completely on the other flip then, as we're talking about shooters, there's we were looking at it about half an hour ago. Battlefield 5. That they've announced.
I'm hopeful.
I want them to. They're thinking about doing it. That I've heard a lot of rumours that there's going to be an announcement next week. They've got a thing on the website, and then also next. Hopefully they're going to be doing either World War 1 shooter or World War 2 shooter.
I think World War 2 would work better because World War 2 had a lot more going for it. Like as the video we watched it stated, World War 1 was literally trench. That's it.
Yeah, it was very
most of the fucking years.
It was very poor warfare.
Yeah, it was terrible. Like we had better fucking warfare when we had swords, which to be fair is always going to be the case, but that's beside the point. World War 2, there was a lot more going on. There was a lot more action. Like it was. Very bad action probably shouldn't have happened in the first fucking place. Yeah, but it was a lot more action nonetheless. So as a game,
there's more to draw from.
Yeah, if you're going for the American side, it'll be in Japan. If you're going for the British side, it'll be Germany and the outlying countries that Germany took over, like Poland and such. And if you're going for Russia, there's the massacre in Russia, and then there's Germany itself. So there's a lot of.
I think the way that DICE is able to create landscapes, especially. Star Wars Battlefront,
very good.
Star Wars Battlefront was beautiful. That game was.
I hated the game because it was terrible, but I loved the graphics, and no one can say otherwise.
Well, which one, the new one?
Yeah, the sound for the game was phenomenal.
DICE
do one thing properly, and that's sound. They are fucking gods at it.
I would say graphically, out of. What would you say is the main 3 developers that bring out shooters?
The main 3?
Because I would say, I don't even know if it says 3. I would say Battlefield and Call of Duty are the main competitors between each other. Don't regard Halo as a competitor for COD because it's a different game.
Titanfall's the closest to that. Titanfall and the new Doom, they're the closest to Halo that you can compare it with. And Titanfall is still a stretch.
Doom probably more.
Is,
yeah. There's
Titanfall's a stretch, but it's got the mechs, it's got the wall running, it's got the laser guns and shit, so it's getting there.
So yeah, that's kind of what's going on with that. But this week, gaming releases for May. I'll get it up because this week your game that you've played the beta is coming out. Battleborn.
Yes.
Battleborn comes out on Tuesday, and then I think it's Friday. Yeah, it should be Friday. Project Cars comes out, and then
more importantly,
and Charlie comes out later this month.
More importantly, Thursday, or in your case, it's Tuesday, isn't it?
Oh yeah.
Overwatch
Well, I can talk about that.
Overwatch open beta comes out.
Yeah,
that?
Overwatch
Is it
open
on
beta.
PS4?
It's on PS4. Yeah.
So
It's going to be on both.
Yeah, it's on PS4, Xbox One, and PC. And when the beta comes out, I'm getting the beta, and when the game comes out, I'm getting the fucking game.
Like, Overwatch is for people that have pre-ordered the game. You get early access to the beta,
and a few cool skins and stuff.
I don't. That's when you actually buy the game. I think.
Yeah, no. When the game itself comes out, you get the skins, but
and then
the bonuses.
What else is the? Oh yeah, that starts on Tuesday, and then the beta fully comes out on Thursday.
For the rest of us non-pre-ordering smart people,
it's either Thursday or it's the 4th, but I think it's the. I'm thinking it's the 5th.
It is the 5th. I've seen the trailer. The YouTube advertisement many times.
And then. But yeah, I'm super pumped for Overwatch. I'm doing a series on it. I'm trying to make it. It's like it's a proper editing challenge, but it's fun because it challenges myself to make. When I'm making content, it's just I'm gonna go more into depth in like how using a lot of the stats obviously that are already there from websites and stuff, but talking about how you can utilize them and giving my own strategies basically on how to use each of the characters. Just actually finished before you guys came recording the commentaries for the next 2 episodes. So yeah, Overwatch.
The commentaries.
Yeah, basically it's where I'm using pictures and like stuff like that. It's a long process, but yeah. So yeah, let's talk about the big chunky section then. Movie news. And then we'll kind of go. We might go into another topic. We've got we want to review the trailers.
Well, obviously, Civil Wars came out, but we can't talk about that as only Jimbo here has actually seen it.
But what we can talk about is the past week movie news. Iron Man is going to be in the new Spider-Man film.
Which is going to be interesting.
Tony Stark is anyway.
So would that be in the new Spider-Man movie? Would it be going to the Iron Suit Spider-Man?
I don't know because without saying too much about Civil War, they've kind of got. I can kind of see where they're going with that, and yeah, that's all I'm going to say.
I don't know if it's properly like canon or whatever, but wasn't it Stark who made Spider-Man's like fucking web bike thing that he uses?
No, some of the comics are stupid.
I do like the idea of the web bike, like because it's faster than his freaking swinging.
Yeah, but
like it's a motorbike, so
it's not as mobile. Off topic. Spider-Man, you are right in the comics actually makes the Iron Spider suit. He works with Tony Stark to make the Iron Spider suit, which would be cool to see.
Yeah, it would be
freaking cool to see.
It would be awesome.
I don't see them bringing Stark in for any reason but the main reason why he was in it in the first place.
I don't know. Like, I think. See, I can't say anything without talking about Civil War, and I don't want to spoil anything. So I want to move on from this topic without spoiling it for you guys.
Perfect again.
They have dropped the Inhumans from the schedule.
Inhumans are
that's
from the Marvel schedule. I think they're very much doing it in. I haven't personally watched it. I need to watch it eventually.
What?
Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D.
Yeah, I'm watching that.
They're very much doing I know they're doing an Inhumans type storyline there, but they've pulled Inhumans from the slate, and they're probably going to replace it with something else. Don't know what. There's a potential, I don't know, for if you talk about Iron Man, there was an interview the other day that Tony Stark,
Robert Downey Jr.
had. And he said that he would be up. He would probably be up for doing an Iron Man 4, but it's like, who would you? I don't know who you'd go with as his villain. Possibly the man. Like they've done.
Was
the Mandarin.
Crimson Dynamo in 2 or 3? Because I haven't seen Actually, no. I've seen the one with the Mandarin air quotes.
Yeah.
The shit Mandarin.
Mandarin. There was Mandarin, then there was Whiplash, which is one of his main.
That was number 2, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Number 1 was
Number 1 was just them terrorist fuckers. And
No, it was
the
Ironmonger.
Yeah,
Ironmonger.
I call him the Juggernaut looking motherfucker. I can never remember his actual name, so that's what I call him.
I can't remember his name as well. It eludes me. But yeah, so I think they'll do something with that. Like I find it crazy that people are already talking about Phase 4 from last stuff that I've been like going with rumors around. They're already talking about Phase 4 for the Marvel, and Civil War starts Phase 3. But all I can say is going forward, even though they've
started Phase 3.
Even though they've pulled in humans, I am very confident with the Russo brothers and also the way that the Marvel are going about things. That Phase 3 is going to be very, very good going forward.
Yes.
Which also kind of links onto, Phase 4 could maybe see something happening is Fantastic Four. I put this up
because they're trying to buy him back, aren't they?
Yeah. There's
for
rumors,
some reason they sold.
There's rumors on the internet that
Sony.
I think it's Sony that actually does own. Because I always think it was Fox that may own them, but I'm not. I don't think
Fox don't own anything but their own name anymore.
Fox
That
own
a very bad TV channel.
Fox own X-Men, and they also own Deadpool. But they, if Marvel were to do the same thing they did with Spider-Man, that means they would get back Fantastic Four, Doom, Silver Surfer, and Galactus, which are all the ones that have been in the films.
Yeah. Galactus was in
the second one.
The second Fantastic Four, yeah.
Is that massive rock thing? Was it?
But
It
he
was
was,
just a big-ass smoke thing.
What you mean, the thing?
Yeah,
The massive rock thing.
no,
the thing.
the big ass rock.
No,
planet
the thing is a massive rock
The
thing.
big ass, the Galactus, the big ass smoke thing in the film that was about to devour the
Yeah,
film.
that's what I'm on about. How could that?
I'm playing a joke, and you have like the thing.
I know about the thing. I know you're playing a joke, but how could that have been Galactus?
Galactus
Galactus is supposed to
that
be.
smoke was more than likely the exhaust fumes.
Galactus is supposed to be.
Is about 4 times. No, scratch that. About 20 times or something like that, the size of our planet. They had to cover up some way, otherwise CGI would have been expensive.
I don't know. There is no number that tells you how big he is, because in the comics he's either
that's an estimation, because I've seen like just general size compared to him and the planet. Like I'm saying,
but
20 times.
then again, if you look at it, who is that? Have you seen Guardians of the Galaxy?
Yes.
Yeah. Do you know in that scene when they're in the collector bit,
when that big ass motherfucker
the guy
smashes
I'm
the
thinking
garage. That's probably Galactus.
I was thinking it was, but then I was like,
species,
is that
be the
Thanos before? And then something happened, and then Thanos lost
it could
the
be
Infinity
like,
Stones.
I'm thinking because how big the geezer is. I'm thinking that was one of like Galactus's kind, because I don't think Galactus is a lone ranger in his own species. I think there's probably more of him. They just either died out because of Infinity Stone usage, or they're just not as big on eating planets as he is.
Or possibly it could be like it took beings of immense power to control one stone, and they couldn't control the stones anymore.
Yeah, and Galactus is like the only one left.
Yeah, but I don't think that'd be the case with Galactus, because but hopefully, you never know.
Because
it's always
Galactus
changing.
could have a really, really, really cool backstory. Like,
if they got the rights to them, I
could
think
make a movie about Galactus.
They could do so much
really
stuff
cool.
because they could do very much. They could go different places with it, which would be really, really cool.
Yeah, it's like,
but the thing is, like, who would you cast?
For Galactus?
No, who would you cast for Fantastic Four? Because that would be... How weird would that be? How weird would that be that if Marvel were to get back the rights to Fantastic Four, you've got Chris Evans, who's Cap, but then you've got Fantastic Four, who he played Johnny Storm in...
I wouldn't keep them, but I wouldn't... I definitely...
It wouldn't be possible.
I'd have the original cast, bar the Johnny Storm, obviously.
I wouldn't.
Actually, thinking about it, the only person I'd keep from the original cast of the Fantastic Four was Cole from Charmed, who played Doom. I don't know his actual name, but he played Doctor Doom.
Yeah.
He's excellent at playing a bad guy. Like he is. I don't think he's ever done anything but.
I
play
think
bad
the
guys.
biggest
He's
problem with the
fucking
Fantastic Four films were like they were just deflating, and I think that was just because Marvel didn't know what the formula was until John Favreau obviously directed Iron Man.
Yeah.
Speaking of which, Jon Favreau is actually coming back to Marvel and he's thinking about directing something again. That's rumours on the internet webbiverse that is going on. But the last news story that we can really talk about is potentially one, but the director of the Flash movie has pulled out due to creative differences, big air quotes, creative differences.
My thoughts on that are numbers differences when it comes to paying.
I know.
That's
I think
I'm personally thinking.
I'm
That's
actually.
the main reason why most directors.
I'm
pull out,
happy
is
they're doing this because the guy that was to direct the film was the guy that did Pride and Prejudice and Zombies, and also
Hang on.
you had.
Did you mean the 17th century zombie film, basically?
And then also he did.
Oh my god.
He writ apparently he writ American Abraham Lincoln Vampire Slayer.
Oh my god.
And so I'm kind of happy that they've because those films were. I haven't watched Pride and Prejudice, but I have watched American.
I've seen Pride and Prejudice, the original.
Yeah,
and it was not a zombie film.
No, but yeah, I do think that that's a good idea. But there's a possibility that the Aquaman director could be parting ways.
I do want to see an Aquaman film. Aquaman being literally Poseidon. It is a fantastic character. Like he's one of the few characters who in comics and in games and stuff have actually beat Superman like in a fist fight because.
I think there's multiple iterations of it. Different characters beating different characters.
Yeah, it's like because Aquaman has beaten Superman because. What people don't tend to realise is Aquaman is actually really, really strong. Like picking up cliffs strong, if they were detached from the actual Earth itself, obviously. But
I know what
like
you mean.
he could literally lift a cliff, so it's not like it. Like he could probably lift if you cut off like a third of the White Cliffs of Dover, he could probably lift it up. But like he is that strong, and so when in a fist fight between this was on land by the way between Superman and Aquaman actually beat the shit out of him.
There was
in water it would win in seconds, but in water like Aquaman would win in seconds because Superman can't breathe underwater. I don't believe.
Yeah.
But I probably
Well,
actually
no,
he might be able to.
no,
he
can't breathe underwater because remember have you watched Man of Steel?
No, I didn't.
Well, in Man of Steel, he drowns, and you do see Aquaman save him.
Yeah, it's like the best thing is I love about underwater. I heard this argument because I was having this argument on a a group, that's the word I was looking for, on Facebook, was having this argument, was like who would win, and like I pointed out the comic thing, and it was like people were like, okay, fair enough, but like if you just take the comics out of it, like and put all powers into it, every single thing, who would win? And someone was like, Superman, because he just frees Aquaman if they were underwater, they wouldn't have to fight him. I was like, you're underwater. If he breathes ice, everything around him, his entire space that he is currently in, would freeze. He'd freeze himself before he throws Aquaman.
Yeah.
He'd defreeze the water, so he'd freeze himself, and then like maybe Aquaman would get hit by the freezing. I was like, why would you even make the argument? It's like the heat rays, they wouldn't work underwater as well, because like he'd have to open his eyes, which would make the salty ass water sting his eyes, so he wouldn't be able to focus hard enough to laser it. Like the only thing that'd work is the punching. And because he's underwater, he won't be able to move his hand as much.
Well, then again,
whereas Aquaman doesn't have that disadvantage.
Then again, the comics defy the laws of physics.
The comics have universes there's something I figured out the other day actually. It's like when you're reading a Batman comic, is like how long the ears are is how unrealistic the world is. So if you've got one that's like ears are like 2 feet off the floor, like 2 feet away from the bottom of his head, like you know this guy's like flying around in space without a fucking oxygen mask and shit. Like he's got superpowers now. That's how unrealistic the Batman universe is.
Well, there is a comic book, like I haven't caught up yet, but the biggest problem with comics that I find with movies is that when I watch like movies, like it's very much frowned upon for spoilers in movies, but comics not so much, because if you fall behind, it's very much, it kind of gets thrown out there straight away, so you kind of have everything ruined. But
in that respect, it doesn't really matter though, because there's so many comics and so many universes, you don't always know which one they're fucking going on about.
I know, but trying to keep current, if that makes sense.
Yeah,
so like the latest stuff, I'm still trying to catch up in that sense.
I'm so behind on comics in the terms of like I've read like 4, but like I'm so behind on them so I'm never going to try and read a comic because there are 500 million different Marvel comics all surrounding the Hulk, and they're the only ones I probably ever read.
Well, what for the
Hulk and
as
Deadpool
a
ones, I think,
I
the
don't know
ones
if
I really
do you read much comics at all?
No.
Do you read any manga?
No.
I've read manga. I'm reading the Full Metal Alchemist manga at the moment.
Like,
I do want to read the comics.
one thing that I do think is good that Marvel and DC do very well is when there's a new event or like something that happens and they kind of like they start. It's basically to get the new number ones in and stuff like that. They're very good at giving starting points for people. But for me, like I already had my starting point, which was Marvel Now and the DC New 52. So I can't just skip ahead to catch up. So I'm constantly falling behind, but I'm trying to now limit what I actually read, which is actually better because I'm enjoying the books that I'm reading more because I'm getting through the stories a bit more. So yeah. That kind of rounds up the news segment of all of our usual
We've
things.
moved from movies to comics, though.
Well, yeah, we've got comics.
Literature.
There's new stuff, but I don't really know too much about comics. That recently, anyway, that's coming
you
out.
know a lot more about comics, and I'm sure us two does.
Yeah.
Oh no, what I mean is like
Mainly
the
me.
news. I mean like the news, basically going forward. So what we said we would do last week, which we are going to do. Well, we said we'd do it for this week. Is the Doctor Strange trailer.
Yeah.
So have you guys seen it?
I've seen a bit of it. I
have seen
clicked
it.
skip ad on it when I saw it on YouTube. But I saw about 10-15 seconds of it, but I couldn't be arsed. I was trying to listen to a song, so I wasn't going to listen. I watched like this 3-minute fucking trailer. Headphones.
Yes. Do they work on your phone?
Yeah.
Just watch the trailer. Me and Brad will talk about something while you're watching the trailer,
Okay.
and then we can kind of come back together and discuss on what we're talking about.
Okay. So what should we talk about while he's watching the trailer?
The new episode of Flash.
Fine.
This is Vert.
Fine. Yeah.
You can put. Yeah, that's fine.
Okay.
You're able to find it. You should be able to find it. Or do you want me to find it on here?
New Doctor Strange trailer. I just typed.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah.
I loved it. I did like it.
Okay. Because I'm very much the same as you. I like a lot of the episode. What did you dislike about the episode?
Dislike. Well, I don't know, but the thing that did obviously, I did.
Like
I don't think I disliked it.
I think it was a very, very good episode. The thing that's bugging me the most is that is disappointing every single week is we don't get no hints towards the Man in the Mask. All we know his name is Jay, and
yeah, so
that's the only thing.
But we now know that can't be the Jay Garrett from Earth 1 because he never existed. That was just
we don't know. We don't know. That's the thing.
Yeah.
We don't know anything.
We don't know if Zalman.
We know nothing.
Zalman could be telling a lie about what he. We don't know.
You know nothing, Flash.
Best moment in the episode.
I did like how well, may not be not the best moment for me, but obviously I did like when fucking Wells is like, I'm gonna have to create another particle. I'm like, how are you gonna do that this time without it like going everywhere like that? Like,
I was kind of waiting for him to say it. Like,
yeah.
I was kind of like saying like, I thought he was gonna say like, oh, I'm gonna help you get your speed back, and that would be it. But then he's like, it's that first one. But my personal favourite part of the episode was, before actually the best moment, but my favourite part of the last couple of episodes, the last 2 episodes, is how freaking crazy Zolomon is.
Yeah.
Like, he's got, like, I so prefer him than nice Jay Hunter Zolomon. Like,
nice. It's like,
so he's off the rails.
Yes. Like, especially when like, yeah. Like when You know, when he's talking to what's her name? The other,
Caitlin.
Caitlin, but the other one.
Killer Frost.
Killer Frost is like, yeah, I don't need you anymore. And he's just like
that scene was the best scene.
And he's like, if you try that with the guy in the metal mask, I'll kill him too.
Like, it's the way that
he's crazy.
He phases through Caitlin.
Yeah.
And I'm like, what the hell? Like seriously,
that don't
what
bother
the hell?
You say you love Caitlin, but that don't bother you killing Killer Frost when she's got the exact same face.
That's why I think that's why Frost was going to kill Caitlin. But then I thought it was kind of a bit of a dick move in that sense. But
then I liked the bit when he was like, yes. Let's conquer all.
Yeah, it's kind of
like. So there's a theory now that there's probably more Earths, there's probably more alternate universes. Now he said that there are most likely going to be more.
I like the references to them, even if they don't do it this season. I like the references to it. I really want to see Wally, because I think Wally was really good this episode as well. I don't know, cause I thought that. He kind of stopped being a little bitch to his dad. He was stopped being a little like, oh, I haven't, my father, you know, I don't like Barry, I don't like the flat, like all this shit. And I was expecting Barry to reveal his identity.
I was expecting.
I think that I'm expecting him to really reveal his identity when he has his powers back.
Yes.
Because
probably the next time he faces Zoom. That's
okay. So Alex has finished watching the trailer. Right.
Okay, can I just state, Benedict Cumberbatch as Doctor Strange, fucking quality choice.
Right, so looking at the trailer, we'll obviously, me and Brad were just talking about the Flash, but moving on from the trailer,
Doctor Strange.
The tone of it. What do you think about the tone of the trailer?
I like. It sets like more so that he doesn't believe, like he doesn't want to be Doctor Strange, which is something I never experienced. Like I've always thought he was always like that believing kind of type.
Yeah.
It sets that he's unwilling hero. That's what it is.
Yeah.
Which is a good choice because most heroes are like, I'm a superhero. Whoa.
Yeah.
Which is my
I think
reaction
it was
to
more
it.
like, who was it that was like that? The Hulk. The Hulk doesn't want.
He doesn't want
what he's got.
That's to be fair. Actually, no. Bruce doesn't want what he's got. The Hulk
the Hulk doesn't care. But would you say that the trailer's different?
Mm-hmm.
Different to any of the other trailers you've watched for any of the other Marvel films?
Yeah.
Iron Man's more like explosions everywhere. Deadpool's trailer, explosions, bullets. X gon' give it to you. Everything. And then in this, you've got Doctor Strange, as I just witnessed, some Inception looking shit. People warping the reality of space itself, him falling through like 4 different freaking cities of the exact same city. It was very strange. Very, very, very strange.
Yeah. Very Doctor Strange.
So, I think that it's very, very different to any of the other trailers for any of the other Marvel films. And I think since Guardians and probably Ant-Man. No, to be fair, it's probably since Guardians that this is another film that's really shaken up the way that you look at Marvel films. Like the past couple of trailers, like Civil War's trailer, Infinity War, Ultron's trailer, Cap's trailer, like they're very much
Ultron,
because Age of Ultron's trailer. They were very much like the characters are established. It's just another trailer with them in the film. Ant-Man, because it was kind of like it wasn't like an afterthought, but it kind of became an afterthought after Ultron. But believe me, Ant-Man, Civil War, that's what I'm going to say.
Do you know who the villain is in the new Doctor Strange?
It didn't settle. It looked like cultists, like some geezer with a white face in the trailer. It's just some general like.
It looks like
it's like
it looks like the black guy in it.
The black guy with a sword in there.
Yeah, I think that's supposed to be Baron Modo. That's one of the. I don't know if it's a. I haven't looked into the Doctor Strange lore, but do you know the guy that? Have you ever watched Casino Royale?
Yes.
James Bond.
Yeah.
Do you know the guy that
Terrible
he
film.
plays poker against?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think the actor's like Myers Mickelson or something like that. He's also in the new Star Wars film, Rogue One. But he's supposed to be in it in some form. I don't know what. I've kind of like, because I'm really hyped for the film, I've kind of stayed away from everything involved with it. Same with Civil War. Like, apart from the TV spot, which I don't know if you guys have seen. Have you seen the TV spot?
What was that again?
Basically,
little clips and stuff.
Yeah, like in the TV spot.
Yeah, I think I've seen that.
Bucky and who else is it? Falcon are running. Spider-Man flies through, kicks Falcon, and then Winter Soldier goes to punch
him and grabs a hand.
And he
You
grabs
got a
his
metal
hand.
arm?
Yeah,
That's
it's
cool.
Yes, I did see
I saw that in the trailer.
Spider-Man and Deadpool are like one of my favourite characters because they're funny while they're fighting. They just say some hilarious,
There's a massive
hilarious
difference
stuff.
between Deadpool and Spider-Man, though. Deadpool, batshit insane, and that's why he's funny. Spider-Man is just
He's
cocky.
cocky and not taking it seriously.
I just love that
you
about.
can
That's why
see-
Spider-Man's my favourite character.
I
love it.
I like Spider-Man as a character because he is the way that they set him out. But he's always a teenager, like teenager, early 20s. So
Still in school, kind of thing.
So he's kind of not unaware, but
How old is he in this movie though? How old is he?
Well,
I know it's
I'm
not
not sure.
It's not a spoiler, but how old?
They didn't actually say. I think he's still in high school.
Yeah, he's
so
always-
he's either
I don't think
he's
I've
either
seen any
like
interaction with Spider-Man that's not
because
in high
they
school.
did say that the new Spider-Man film that's coming out is called Homecoming. So you don't know whether that might be like, I don't know, the last part of last bit of his school life or whatever.
Who's playing the new Spider-Man? Who was it?
Tom Holland.
What's he from?
Has he ever been in anything else?
The only thing he's been in recently is that film with Chris Hemsworth. I think it was Into the Sea, about Moby Dick, basically.
Well, what films has he been in?
He hasn't really been in much.
No, he hasn't been in.
He's a British actor though, so I'm kind of happy.
British.
Yeah, he's British.
For Spider-Man.
Yeah, no, Spider-Man is a British, like in the film.
The
actor's
actor's
British. That's what I'm saying. Like
Yeah,
a British
yeah,
actor
yeah.
for Spider-Man's like
Oh, cool.
it's fair enough, but like it's kind of hard to pull off an American accent without sounding cheesy. So hopefully he pulls it off.
Oh yeah, that's kind of the one thing that kind of really detracted from Civil War for me. One, like, I'll just say this now. This is the one thing is Martin Freeman, the guy who's in Sherlock, and he also was in The Hobbit.
Yeah, fucking.
I'm going on an
Watson.
adventure.
Yeah, Watson and what the fuck's his name? Bilbo Baggins.
Yeah.
I'm going on an adventure.
His American accent in the film
Oh, who's the player?
is
Who does he play?
really bad. It's like another. So I can't even remember. That's how much I really cared about the character. But yeah,
He's always been bad. Like he's in Quantum Break, I think, isn't he? Bilbo. Doesn't he play a character in Quantum Break, like your brother or something like that? And,
no. That's I know who you're on about.
Looks like him.
You're on about. I was gonna say Matthew McConaughey then, but it's not Matthew McConaughey. It's the guy who plays Merry.
Oh yeah,
He's in
that's
it.
who
Oh,
it is.
him.
And his American accent is terrible. He
But,
didn't even try it most
yeah.
times.
Kind of going back towards the trailer, I put down here like it's very eerie, different vibe. The look of the character looks. You actually see the full. Apart from obviously the costume stuff that you've seen, he looks really good. And one of the best parts of the trailer I'd say is the Spectre form, where he gets knocked out of the.
And it's like a ghost of him.
And then he's
like,
just
flies
like,
out.
what the
That's probably what I would do. Be like, oh, what the fuck is it? I'd just like go over to my body and be like, warm. Stop poking.
I'll be
shit,
damn. Like, I didn't expect I'd look like this.
I just start poking. She's like,
Have you seen the new X-Men trailer?
which film?
Apocalypse.
I didn't even know it was coming
Watch
out.
it. Watch the new trailer.
no.
You might have not missed it.
We probably should just talk about it next week as well, because it's going to distract a lot of shit if I'm having to keep watching trailers.
Well, no, we can start talking about it. It's just there's the stuff that
Lots.
I've really looked at is. Have you seen any of the trailers at all?
I didn't even know Apocalypse was coming out.
You didn't know it's coming out. It's coming out this month.
No.
Oh, this month.
Yeah.
Yes!
Well, it's coming out in May. Obviously,
May,
we're recording this April.
Yeah. It's the last day, so it's basically May.
Major highlights from the trailer that I've seen is there's a cameo from Wolverine at one point. Quicksilver looks pretty awesome. There is a scene.
Quicksilver's in it.
Yeah. And they actually, in the trailer, he's like, oh yeah, Magneto's my dad.
Yes.
Like, you know what you said last week?
Yeah.
You know what you said last week was like, how they're going to do it with like Magneto being whatever.
Yeah.
But he was literally just like, yeah, Magneto's my dad. And then Mystique's like, what? And he's like, my mum and him. Like, he's like, I know how they do that. But the thing is,
she can't say shit. I mean, her son's an X-Man, so it's all good.
Magneto is like, I'm doing this because I lost my family. So, I don't know.
Mystique? Nightcrawler's Mystique's son?
No, Mystique is Nightcrawler's son.
No, Mystique is Nightcrawler's mother.
Yeah.
What about in Apocalypse?
I can't
the
tell.
same?
Don't know, but there is a scene in the trailer where he's like, she gets teleported with him, and it's like, it's you. And like, that's all they really talk about in it.
I cannot tell. I've got a question for something, right? As for Mystique's father, right? Mystique's mom is clearly Nightcrawler's mom is clearly Mystique, right? But then the father, there's two people who I don't know. It's either that red geezer,
Azazel.
It's either Azazel or it's Will.i.am from the X-Men Origins. Because if you play the game of the Origins, him and Raven, who is Mystique, are together, and he's just there like, she got a baby.
Okay.
I don't know if it's Will.i.am or if it's Azazel. Either way, his dad's dead.
Well, I would say that film, that X-Men Origins film, is completely irrelevant now because of Days of Future Past.
Yeah, fair.
And also Deadpool.
I haven't seen Days of Future Past yet, but yeah, like I suppose it's fair game, but
so, I don't know.
I still don't know that because the character still exists. It's just that.
Well, for me,
story might have a canon, but the
I'm
character
more
still exists,
hyped for the films that are scheduled, like stuff that's scheduled, than stuff that I don't know about. Like thinking about what's his name? Like Deadpool, X-Men. They were very much. They just came. Like they had this the release dates, but they were kind of just there. Marvel, you know what's coming out. It kind of ruins it a little bit because you kind of know what you like expecting when the trailer's going to come out and stuff. But like, it's that anticipation that gets you hyped for the film.
I'm not too like. I like getting excited for a film, but I don't want to get well hyped for a film because then like I did it with it was X-Men 2. I think it was X-Men 2. I got really, really hyped for, and I still liked the film, but it was nothing close to what I was hyped up to think it was. So like it attracts like it happens a lot with games. So you get really hyped for games, and it just like it isn't. It's still a good game. But it's not as good as you want. So I actually don't like it as much.
You know, because obviously since like Days of Future Past came out and they've changed it. So you know X-Men 1, 2, and 3.
Yeah.
Are those movies still intertwined? I know X-Men 3's not, but I know X-Men 3 is definitely not.
See, that's the thing with the X-Men films. Their continuity is all over the place.
That's the thing with
so
X-Men
I don't think. I think that
X-Men in general doesn't make any sense.
I'm assuming X-Men 1 will still be in it, but I don't know. Would Magneto still be bad?
I don't know. Okay, I think it might have been that what they did was that Days of Future Past erased those 3 films, but made sure that in Days of Future Past that because basically do you know what the storyline is in Days of Future Past?
Wolverine has to go back in time to save everyone, pretty much.
Yeah. In the future, because they've done that, they actually have a bit at the end of the film where it's that he goes back to the mansion, and he's basically Jean's there, the actor who plays Jean Grey. Scott Summers is there, the guy who played in the original X-Men.
Yeah.
Patrick Stewart, and then obviously that's
Patrick Stewart is the one that Wolverine met in the past. Because
it's still
and it's like
that's
Patrick,
still
and he
there.
says like we've got a lot to talk about. I really want to see I really want to hear what they talk about. Though.
The thing is awesome. Like the reason why that is all messed up is because at the moment we don't know when Wolverine actually he gets his adamantium because of X-Men Origins. Because Deadpool is definitely not in that film.
Yeah, that's a good point. That was not Deadpool.
And then
No.
Wendy loses memory.
Yeah.
Like, that's why I think that...
I think when he lost his memory was genuinely the adamantium bullet to the head.
Yeah,
That was that part was.
But that
when-
doesn't fit into the continuity because
it was still definitely a bullet.
Yeah,
gun,
but
like,
you know,
how
in
it
the
happened,
X-Men
so-
Apocalypse trailer, when you see Wolverine, he's got the adamantium claws.
yeah,
So probably that because obviously
if they explain it
Days
in
of
that,
Future Past, he's still got the bone claws. So between Days of Future Past and Apocalypse,
that's when something will happen.
That's where it gets.
If they
his
round that
adamantium.
up, I will be happy because they actually went back to shoot more scenes because they wanted to put more Wolverine in. Because I think they said that they wanted to put more Wolverine
Because it's
in
one of his
because it was
last
this.
films.
It's because it's this film and then obviously his next film.
Next one.
and that's the last he's doing of X-Men.
But then I can't-
I know.
I think it's the last
I'm
he's
sure
doing of
I've heard
action
him say
as
that
well.
he does want to be Wolverine a bit more longer, but obviously because he can't.
He can't. He's got skin cancer. That's the problem.
Like,
Well, no,
So-
it's that obviously. That's one of
he
his
probably
things.
could, but then he.
I think the biggest
never know
problem is
that-
because I think he's in his 50s now, isn't he? Hugh
40s,
Jackman?
50s, yeah.
Yeah.
But man's got skin cancer, so like I can see why he would try and stop acting, but at the same time, it's like.
But I think he'd already announced that he wasn't going to do it before he got skin cancer.
No,
but
he's had it for a while, like a long while. It's just like it's just never been a massive problem. It's just
Let me just check how old he is.
it's been there, but it's just not been a big
Yeah.
issue.
He
Like, I
probably-
don't think it's still a
I
big
think
issue.
one of the
but it's still
reasons
it's
why
still a threat.
he's not
He's
doing another
47.
Wolverine
Yeah.
is probably because just in case if he's like something happen, like really bad happens halfway through filming the movie and he have to wait
Yeah,
like
Yeah, I
quite
know what you
long
mean.
like-
But I
time.
don't think it's not
it's
as
skin
bad as
cancer.
it's not because he did put a post up on I think it was Instagram or Facebook saying that it's all healed, that he'd healed everything up again. But he just because he was stressing the importance of obviously sun cream and all that stuff. But
Sun cream.
Yeah.
like to
With skin cancer,
because he got it
with
mainly
skin cancer,
from being out in the sun.
Yeah.
That's how a lot of the times you do get some form of skin cancer, like which is
Yeah,
where
and when you've got it as well, if you've got skin cancer and you're out in like you go
The
to fucking
sun.
Malta, if you don't use sun cream, it will get way worse.
yeah you can also have the chance to get it again.
Yeah,
Because it's already been in your body. But yeah, completely off topic. We're kind of talking about
health
things-
has become loose women here.
Yeah, but definitely Wolverine is like the way that Fox have got their like films and stuff. There's no real slate, so like I don't know when I don't know when they're going to do another X-Men film after Apocalypse.
Yeah.
Like I know a lot of people that don't really enjoy the X-Men because it's like kind of everyone's a superhero. If that makes sense, like it's not the special individuals or whatever. But that's for some of the people I've spoke to. But
We're not really in the
I like the X-Men storyline, but I want them to do justice to the character. Like the reason why in Apocalypse they've got Nightcrawler, they've got Beast, they've got
all the iconic characters. The best have
got
Gambit.
they're bringing Angel back as Archangel.
The best have
Storm.
Gambit. The best have Gambit.
Well, they're doing a Gambit film, but that's all over the place at the moment because.
Well, do you
stuff
think
that's
you
going
know
on.
the Gambit that played the person who played Gambit in Origins?
Yeah.
Do you think he should be play Gambit again?
No.
No.
Channing Tatum's playing him.
Channing Tatum's playing Gambit.
Yeah. I think I'm.
Best be able to do a good French
I'm
accent.
not going to knock him because Channing Tatum
he's not
has
a-
been
he's
very
not a
good in
bad
an
actor.
action. He's not a bad actor in action films.
It's just like he's not a
And
bad
he's
actor.
very good
I
comedically as
I
well.
like Channing Tatum,
Yeah.
right? He's funny, but it's like Gambit is sort of French, like he has that Frenchy accent. So like that's the only problem. I'd get somebody who has like at least some form of French know-how.
Possibly.
Because
Then again, if you want the guy from Origins, then you've got to realise he did John Carter, which is a terrible film.
Yeah.
And also Origins was a terrible film.
I liked Origins.
I
love the game even more.
I didn't like Tangerines.
X-Men Origins Wolverine.
Tangerines?
Yeah, X-Men Origin, X-Men Tangerines or Oranges.
Yeah.
That's
X-Men
what
Oranges.
people had to piss out of it for.
But I like
X-Men
the
Origins.
X-Men Origins Wolverine game
X-Men Origins Tangerine.
on like PS3 and stuff is actually my favourite game.
Yeah, that
in
was the
existence.
game wasn't bad.
The thing is, my favourite game in existence to this date. Like,
Really?
Yeah.
Really?
I don't know why. I can't personally explain it. Like, it's just satisfying. Like, I will play that game over and over and over, like 3 days straight, and I will still not get bored of it. I've played it on the hardest difficulty, got every single, I've 100% in the game 5 times, and I still love the game. So like,
I've never played the game.
I can't physically get bored of it. So it's literally my favourite game.
They should bring out another X-Men game.
Yeah.
Was the X-Men game on like PS2 that was the last fucking proper X-Men game.
There isn't anything really else
like
that can be talked. I've kind of like gone through my list of what we had. I don't know if you guys have got anything that you've heard or
trailer wise and movie wise. No, I ain't really heard
games.
Much.
Anything?
Not particularly. The only thing really I've heard is the Battlefield 5 and that they're trying to bring out a Black Ops 4.
Oh yeah, the COD another game wise. I have heard. I don't know if it's like it's like official, but the new Call of Duty game is going to be set in space. I don't know if it's official, but that's
that's Black Ops 4. I think
I've heard where it's going to be set in space.
It's going to be set in space. So basically, what it has to have, if it's set in space, is it has to have
Spartan 117.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. it has to have Master Chief. It has to have Cortana. It has to have
Arbiter.
Everything. Arbiter. Yeah, because everyone loves the elites, even when they were trying to kill you. They were so good. But the fact is, like, it has to have no sound. It has to have no guns. If you're in a spaceship, don't have a machine gun.
You have to have lasers.
Yeah, I loved how like the opening part of was it Black Ops 2? Oh no, it was Ghost. It was Ghosts. It was opening of Ghosts. It was you're in a spaceship. A very, 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 very condensed area. You've got a machine gun, and they put bullet holes in the side of the fucking spaceship. You are going to die. And they had Odin. Odin firing. No, to be fair, right, the only thing I liked about Ghost is how realistic that one particular part of the game was, where they fired one kinetic rod down and wiped out an entire city. Kinetic rods, in the instant, are far more deadly, depending on how far they've got to go, than a nuclear missile.
Yeah, because it falls further.
Over time, the radiation would still beat the kinetic destruction.
But for destruction purposes.
If you shoot a fucking kinetic rod from orbit itself, it is going to blow up a city. And if it hits a fucking reactor, then it's going to blow up 3 cities.
Yeah.
So like, it's the realism of it is. This is getting dark now and actually realistic here, but we do actually have those things flying about in space. Like, we have actual kinetic rod shooters because they're the only things that the Geneva Convention didn't condemn. Like weapons of mass destruction, say lasers, nuclear missiles, atomic bombs. It doesn't say anything about a big ass metal stick that you probably use to lodge up a car being fired out of what is literally a satellite keeping our internet running. That's all a kinetic rod is. A kinetic rod is just a rod that's got a little bit of tech in it that allows it to store up kinetic energy and make more destruction when it hits.
And the further it falls, the more kinetic energy it's creating. Yeah. So when it actually hits,
it's a rather thick metal rod that you would use to prod up a car. It basically
kind of like the rod that Neo gets in the Matrix when he pulls it out of the ground and kicks the shit out of all the agents.
That is that kind of thing. They fire it out of one of the satellites they are literally using to keep our internet running. So the shit you're using now, right, more than likely has a kinetic rod stored in it. So if World War people are saying World War 3, oh, it's going to be nukes. No, it's not. It's going to be the one thing we can't shoot down with an AA gun. We can shoot down a nuclear missile. We can't shoot down a big metal stick. All right.
It depends.
If we hit it, it's still going to have the kinetic energy, and it will still hit the floor, and it will still blow up. So there's no way to stop that.
On that note,
on that very dark note,
we've kind of gone on a big tangent. So we're gonna wrap up today's episode because it's a bit light because we haven't had.
How long are we doing it for?
We're going to be going for about an hour, but we're just wrapping up now, so it's probably going to be an hour by the time the video we kind of finished. But
fair enough.
Next week, I will. Well, for the following week, I'm going to note down stuff for news, and we'll kind of go through it a bit quicker. Yeah. The reason why I wanted to try and talk about it a little bit more is kind of just to fill the space.
I will actually keep up to date on trailers and stuff like that. I'll make sure I actually watch them.
Yeah, usually if anything, I'll post it on the Facebook thing.
Yeah,
Brocast. Yes.
But Civil War, hopefully next week if you guys can go watch it. I'm going to go watch it again before next week.
I'm watching it Tuesday.
I'm probably going to get it on Monday if I can.
But yeah, so
Might as well watch it Tuesday because it's.
Thank
cheaper.
you ever so much for watching the Brocast, guys. I'll let the other guys say goodbye. So their peace outs.
Peace, dog.
Ta-ra.
And as always, guys, this has been It's Jimbo. Smash the like button, smash the subscribe button, and comment down in the comment section down below. And as always, I will see you guys next time. Peace.